Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Whoops, not no thank you. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
that was awesome. That was a nice surprise.
Oh, this is great. This is one of the most delightful things we've encountered so far. So Dan has got the Vegemite. Now, what you can't see now if you're listening to the podcast, but you can see now if you're watching the video, is that Dan is unscrewing the Vegemite cap. Oh, he's sniffing the Vegemite.
It looks kind of like, it almost looks like Nutella in this lighting, but I know not quite.
But you know it's not.
Yeah, I can tell by looking at it that it's not, but it almost has that sort of appearance.
All right. Now, Dan, did you try a second round of
We
toast?
burnt the toast again.
Did
It fucking burnt it, dude. This toast is.
It's even blacker than
How about
before.
this? Stick it in for like 2 seconds and then pop it up manually.
Yeah,
This is wild.
Holy.
What we're doing
Holy
is
toast.
we have a toaster on the podcasting table.
Go through my whole loaf of bread.
It's my grandmother's old toaster. It's a badass toaster, but we don't know the settings.
Like from Europe or from Ohio?
No, from Ohio.
and it only takes a couple minutes to burn the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I mean this is a powerful toaster. When you get the settings dialed in right, it's excellent.
I believe it.
Okay, how about this? While the toast is doing its magic,
You wouldn't think the settings would be that difficult.
we've got all sorts of kismet going on tonight because Grayson sent you a voucher for that business. And meanwhile, we have a voicemail from Lily and Isaac from Australia with some advice.
Ooh, I'm much looking forward to this.
Hi guys, it's Isaac and Lily from...
Oh, that's like good
we
toast.
just listened to your episode and we had to send this voice message in. Now, first of all, in the last episode that you guys put out, you mentioned Vegemite. Now, us Australians, we laugh at Americans when they put on Vegemite because they put way too much. They cover it like Nutella or chocolate spread or something.
I figured.
What you want to do? Just a really light touch. You just want just a little bit of Vegemite and you'll be laughing. And you know that I'm right because I'm a jam eater. Your definition of jam eater may
Then you
differ
put
from those
jam on
from
top.
Unplanned Trek and its subsidiaries. The other thing that you mentioned is, do people in different parts of the world, meaning not your part of the world and meaning my part of the world, say two-parters, referring to an extra long episode, or two parties? And I have to say, what's a two-parter? Anyway, that does it from me and Lily from...
Who is that?
That was Lily.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Who's Lily?
Thank you.
Thanks, Agamus. So,
All right.
so is he saying that they do say two parties?
I would leave that open to the interpretation of each individual person.
Or does he
in
actually not
prison.
know what we're talking about?
Oh, I think he knows.
Boy, that toast got nice and toasted in like less than a minute.
There you go. 1950s toasters. Way to go. All right, Dan.
Crazy.
So what's the next step? You've got your toast.
Got my toast.
You've got your Vegemite, and you've been advised by a 100% authentic Aussie, an Australian
Australian.
from Tasmania.
I'll just put the bread on my laptop like you're supposed to do.
Okay. All right.
So I'm imagining it's very little.
All
I
right.
don't know if you can see that.
Dan looks. He's put some Vegemite on a knife. It looks like he's about to smoke some hash off of that knife.
I don't know. When he said thin,
The Vegemite looks like hash that he's smearing on.
Yes.
the
Are you
toast.
you're
All right,
smearing?
now, here's my question. Do you think I'm supposed to put it on as much Vegemite on as you would like butter on a toast? Or do you think it's more like a
So
little
just
more
a little
butter?
and you're laughing.
I'm not the one to ask because I put a lot of butter on my toast. I like buttered bread, and I like a lot of butter, a little bit of salt.
Okay.
I wouldn't put any butter on mine.
I put it on half of it. This is what I put on there.
Okay.
See, it doesn't. You can't see it. The
Got a
width
little
of it.
aggressive there in the middle.
You can't see it when I do it sideways, so it's not too much. See, there
All
it
right.
is.
Okay.
All right.
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
All
Have
right,
some-
Dan's. No, wait, real quick, Dan. Is this the first time you're trying Vegemite?
I had Vegemite once before, years ago, at your place, Patrick.
But you don't recall the.
No, it was like 12, 13 years ago. It was
Okay.
something ridiculous.
So
I was
who
like-
knows what it tasted like?
Yeah, all I remember is that I liked it better than I thought I would.
All right. Well, let's find out what happens. Dan's about to take a. Oh, Mr. Crunchy.
I'll try not to be too gross.
You don't
in
like the
microphone.
ASMR? The Dan's eating. How about this?
Mm.
Dan, quit with all that. That's so
you.
gross, Dan.
You're fooling nobody, Patrick.
All right.
Everyone knows that's you.
All right. Are you digging it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Digging the veg.
I would put a little
You're
more.
like, I remember it being not bad. All right,
Put a
Dan's
little
getting.
more. A
He's
little
digging
more
out
and
some
you're
more.
laughing.
I think I'm about to make the American mistake.
That's like a foreign policy.
I'm putting too much Vegemite. I'm
The
leaving my tea
American
bag in
mistake.
too
What was
long.
that on that was it History of the World or part 2 where they sing that song and they're like, you're doing the French mistake, ooh ah, you know.
Oh, I didn't see
Do do
that.
do 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 do.
I mean,
Stick
that
out
sounds-
your
it
stick
sounds-
out your it goes stick out your tush, give it a push.
It sounds Mel
Look
Brooksy.
at me now, we're doing the French mistake,
does.
ooh la. Or
But you're
something.
doing the American mistake, which is globbing on
Yeah.
too much Vegemite.
too much Vegemite.
I mean, too much is subjective.
Vegemite, fireworks.
All right.
Yeah.
that's too much.
Oh no!
Dan is
But you have a bunch of toast that doesn't have it on there, so take a bite of plain toast.
Dan
Oh,
is
yeah.
taking
Oh,
too
yeah.
much
Yeah, there you go.
Vegemite.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
So I think that was good the amount I put on before.
All right.
So
All right. Now, is that it, or did you have a special surprise, like a special bonus
that's a good
surprise
amount.
for the end?
I decided to make my own
Jeez.
Vegemite sandwich.
Okay. Like the song.
Got some Cabot Creamery.
Hold
What's
on.
going? Oh no, Dan has Dan introduced this
And
to
what do you
Jesse and
got,
I
onions?
before we started
Just wait,
recording
wait.
the
Oh,
podcast.
I'm sorry.
Dan said, "I have a bag of mystery ingredients."
Mystery ingredients. So here I've decided to make my own Vegemite sandwich. I probably already put too much, but you're going to need a little bit more on this sandwich because you'll
You
need
gotta
more
hold it
Vegemite than
together.
usual because you got to overcome the flavors of the other ingredients.
Yeah.
So I got some Vegemite. Maybe
Yeah, you want it to shine through.
yeah. So
Shine on.
this is probably too much Vegemite for a normal thing, but this is how I'm doing it for my sandwich. So on the sandwich, you have Vegemite. We have here now some Vermont extra sharp cheddar.
Okay.
Put that on there like that.
There are many brands available.
Um,
All right, so he's got Vegemite, and by the way, this is all on a foundation of Martin's potato bread.
yes, toasted Martin's potato bread.
Toasted Martin's potato bread, toasted in a 1950s toaster.
Fuck this laptop. Okay, that's better.
All right.
All right, and so now what I'm going to take is I'm going to take my special Danny G's pickle and onion mix with yellow sweet onions and pickles.
Ooh,
It's what
nice.
gives the McDonald's burgers their flavor. It's the flavor
All
of
right.
pickle and onion.
And you've been working on deciphering this for a number of years, I believe.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm a little ashamed it took me that long.
you finally worked out the ratios.
I used to think it was the mustard, and the mustard does, of course, add to it, but the real defining flavor is the pickle and
It's
onion.
very
star,
pickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a mixture of pickles and onions.
All right.
Right there.
Good.
So we're going to spread that on there like so. Remember, it's got the Vermont extra sharp cheddar. We'll just put a little more cheddar on just,
Vermont.
just to
All right.
be happy. Okay, and
Where
now
they stay.
we finish it off. I guess I'll have to use, well, I'll just use a regular non-toasted piece of bread so we can move this along.
Moving right along.
Move along home. they
Moving
might
along
say.
home to the third shap.
Duke's mayonnaise.
Oh, nice.
Mayonnaise.
Hey,
Mayonnaise.
I'm
Now
gonna need
who's
to try
pushing
some of that
buttons?
later. I like Duke's mayonnaise, and I haven't
Yeah.
had it in a while, so I might need a glob of that. Just sort of an extracurricular glob, if you don't mind.
Oh,
You can
no.
help yourself. You can spoon it in your mouth for all I
I
care.
mean, that's exactly what I'm requesting.
Hell
but
yeah.
Here's
later,
your
maybe
spoon,
during the
baby.
next commercial break.
and I'm be liberal with the mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So we got Vegemite.
Slop it on
Again,
there.
that's the American mistake, but
Yeah.
I don't consider that one a
Vegemite
mistake.
and mayonnaise.
So we got Vegemite. We have Vermont. This is Cabot Vermont extra sharp cheddar.
Uh-huh.
We have yellow sweet onions. We have pickles. And then we have mayonnaise.
Okay, and you show the camera.
Uh,
Lift it up there.
this is
And it's one side is toasted toast, one side is raw bread.
yeah, because I didn't
Raw
have
bread.
I didn't think to put in a third slice, and I'm
I
not
don't
going to
eat
wait
raw
around
bread.
for another fucking.
All right, now you're
only
gonna put
eat
that
toast.
together, and you're gonna take a bite, and that's gonna amuse our listeners.
Okay, here we go.
and viewers.
I have not tried this yet.
Okay. That was a good bite. I could taste the mayonnaise through the fucking microphone.
No, dude.
It's just chowing down.
I'm glad I could not.
Okay,
taste
so-
I could use some more Vegemite.
So, folks at home,
You keep saying
while
that.
Dan puts more Vegemite on his horrifying sandwich, you can go to our YouTube page. That's YouTube/It's Got Star Trek, I think, or search for It's Got Star Trek. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe. Mostly it's just our podcast up there, but we do occasionally throw up some videos, and here's one.
It's just like I'm going to throw up this sandwich later.
Oh no.
Here's
More
a video. This video will be online to enjoy in at least one format, if not multiple formats, because Jesse's been recording along with his cell phone as well to get some action shots. So I hope you enjoy that. I've certainly enjoyed watching Dan put together this monstrosity of a sandwich that smells pretty good, actually. I might go over there and snag a bite later on. Okay. Thank you very much, Dan.
I thought that might have been too much Vegemite the second time around. I think somewhere in between when I did the first and the second.
That would be ideal.
I've got that mouthful of food voice going on.
I noticed that.
It's like the mouthful of smoke talk versus a mouthful of food.
All right.
And if you don't have mayonnaise, you can use yellow mustard, or you could even use Heinz Carolina vinegar barbecue sauce.
Whoa, dude.
Only Heinz.
Only Heinz, and none
wild.
of that legit shit. Just Heinz Carolina style. So yeah, I would say that this sandwich,
I didn't know that existed. That's a new product.
I would eat it again. I would totally eat it again.
All right. Do you want to sign off on the video part?
So this is Dan. Dan's new Vegemite Ostracana sandwich.
Put
or
it in
something.
your mouth.
Ostracana?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name for
Australia.
Think of a different name than that.
Cause Americana.
Oh, okay, I get it. If you explain the joke,
If I explain
It's
it,
called
that means it's a good
jam
joke.
eating.
It's the American Jam Eater's delight. How about that?
All right.
And this is me signing off. Goodbye.
We're still doing the podcast, though. We're not signing off.
All right. Okay. I'm turning off the camera now.
It's weird.
Boop. Okay. Now we can get back to our regularly
Yeah.
scheduled podcast.